Zara observed the human male from across the mess hall. Her antennae twitched with curiosity. The janitor kept his head down as he mopped the floor, never making eye contact with any of the Academy students. The Galactic Academy of Superior Species had only recently begun allowing humans to work in service positions. Most alien races considered humans primitive and weak, physically inferior to most species in the Confederation. Zara had never paid much attention to them. But this human was different. He moved with an unusual grace despite his mundane task. Something about his posture suggested he was deliberately trying to appear smaller than he was. Zara sipped her nutrient shake and continued watching. When the human turned to empty his bucket, she caught a glimpse of something on the back of his neck, partially hidden by his collar. Curious. Her study partner Lila nudged her with a scaled elbow. "What are you staring at?" asked Lila, following her gaze to the janitor. "Nothing, just thinking about exams," Zara replied quickly. Later that night, Zara found herself in the library section dedicated to human history. Most students avoided this area, considering it irrelevant to their studies. She ran her finger along the spines of actual paper books, an archaic medium humans still favored. The janitor appeared from between the stacks, startling her. He carried a dust cloth and cleaning solution. His name tag read, "Sam, you interested in Earth history?" He asked, his voice deeper than she expected. Zara hesitated, uncertain why she felt nervous. The Academy discouraged fraternization with service personnel, especially humans, just research for a xenobiology project. She lied. Sam smiled politely and moved past her to dust the shelves. As he reached up, his collar shifted, revealing more of the marking on his neck. It appeared to be a stylized symbol with intricate patterns. "Where did you get that mark?" she asked, before she could stop herself. Sam froze. His hand moved to cover the tattoo instinctively. "Just something from my past." Nothing important, but Zara was already accessing her neural implant, searching the Confederation database for matches. The symbol appeared in a restricted military file. She gasped. "You were in Squadron 7, she whispered. The human turned, his eyes suddenly intense. "Hold that thought." He glanced around, then gestured for her to follow him into a reading alcove where they would not be overheard. "How do you know about Squadron 7? He asked, voice barely audible. "My mother served in the Raxian Defense Force during the swarm invasion. She told me stories about human fighters who saved her entire fleet. They had special markings on their necks." Sam studied her face carefully. Squadron 7 was classified. Most people think humans joined the Confederation 30 years ago after we developed warp technology. The truth is, some of us were fighting alongside aliens for decades before that. As part of a secret program, Zara felt a thrill run through her body. This confirmed legends she had heard whispered. Since childhood, she had been fascinated by stories of human warriors who fought with unexpected ferocity, despite their physical limitations. "But why are you here working as a janitor?" Sam smiled sadly. After the war ended, the program was buried. Political reasons. Most races still believe humans are too primitive for combat roles, better to keep us in service positions. We were sent home or reassigned to menial jobs. "You mean your own people don't know what you did?" "Most don't. No one here knows what I was except now you." Over the next few weeks, Zara found excuses to visit the library during Sam's shifts. She learned he had been a pilot whose squadron specialized in impossible rescue missions. His reflexes and spatial awareness had made him exceptional despite humans having no natural psychic abilities. Meanwhile, Zara noticed other humans working throughout the academy. She began to watch them more closely, wondering how many were former warriors hiding in plain sight. Human woman named Kate, who worked in the cafeteria, had unusually steady hands and eyes that missed nothing. A groundskeeper called Ryan could identify any species of plant from across the garden faster than the botany professors. Zara started documenting her observations, filling a datapad with notes. She was careful to keep her research secret, even from her friends. Sam noticed her growing interest during one of their library conversations. "You should be careful who you talk to about this," he warned. "Some things are kept secret for good reasons, but why should humans hide what they did for the Confederation? You saved countless lives." Zara countered. Sam sighed and shelved a book. It's complicated. The Confederation races like to maintain certain power hierarchies. If they acknowledged humans as equals, it would disrupt centuries of established order. It's not fair. She insisted. Fairness isn't really the point, Sam replied. It's about stability. Some races would rather pretend humans are just primitives, who got lucky with technology than admit they needed our help. One evening, Zara was reviewing restricted archives about the Swarm War when she found footage labeled Squadron 7 Emergency Deployment. She glanced around to ensure no one was watching, then played it. The video showed a battle above a ringed gas giant. Confederation ships were being overwhelmed by insectoid vessels until small human fighters appeared. Their maneuvers were unlike anything taught at the Academy, unpredictable, aggressive, and effective. She watched as one pilot in particular executed an impossible dive between enemy formations, drawing their fire, while larger Allied ships escaped. The pilot identifier showed S. Harper. Zara was so absorbed in the footage she didn't notice someone approaching until a shadow fell across her screen. She looked up to find Academy Director Vreel towering over her. The draconian administrator's scales shimmered with disapproval. Student Zara, you are accessing restricted military archives. Your clearance has been revoked. Report to my office immediately. With a sinking feeling, Zara realized she had triggered security protocols. Her research about humans was now exposed in Director Vreel's office. The atmosphere was tense. The administrator studied her with reptilian eyes. Explain your interest in Squadron 7. He demanded. Zara considered lying but decided truth was her only option. I believe the Academy is deliberately concealing the true role humans played in defending the Confederation director. Vreel remained expressionless. Do you understand why such information might be classified for political reasons? Zara suggested. Because acknowledging humans as warriors would disrupt the species. Hierarchy, the director leaned forward. You are treading dangerous ground. Student Zara. Some truths are not meant for public knowledge. What will happen to me now? She asked. That depends, said a voice from the doorway. Sam entered without knocking. His posture had changed completely. Gone was the humble janitor. In his place stood a soldier, tall, confident, and commanding. Director Vreel nodded to him with unexpected respect. Commander Harper. Commander Zara echoed, confused. Sam, or Commander Harper, as she now realized, ignored her surprise. She's been asking questions. About Squadron 7, sir. I believe she could be an asset rather than a liability. Asset, Zara wondered. What did that mean? The Krell flagship erupted in cascading explosions, systems failing as the chain reaction spread from the weapon array throughout the vessel. Sam struggled with the damaged fighter, trying to put distance between them and the dying flagship Krell. Vessels scattered in disarray, some attempting to assist their command ship, others continuing to attack the Academy. Warning, critical engine failure. Announced their computer emergency power. Only Sam fought the controls. We need to reach minimum safe distance before that ship goes critical. Zara monitored the flagship. Explosion imminent, she warned, core destabilizing. The damaged fighter limped away from the flagship. Confederation fleet vessels appeared at the edge of the system, moving to engage. Remaining Krell forces were not going to make it. Sam realized Zara refused to accept defeat, scanning the tactical display for options. Their abandoned Krell scout ship drifting at coordinates 347 Mark 6. Sam adjusted course immediately, positioning their failing craft on an intercept trajectory. Prepare for emergency evacuation. He instructed. Zara checked her suit integrity. The scout ship would have Krell atmosphere not suitable for either humans or her species. Atmosphere not compatible. She warned. We have emergency breathers, Sam replied. 15 minutes of air, enough time to reprogram life support. Their fighter docked with the derelict Krell vessel with a jarring impact. The connection was imperfect but sufficient. Go, Sam ordered. He'll follow. Zara hesitated. That's an order. Navigator, he insisted. She moved through the emergency airlock into the alien vessel. The interior was designed for the insectoid Krell with strange angles and chitinous surfaces. She activated her emergency breather and began working on the environmental controls. Sam joined her moments later. Together they reprogrammed the life support for compatible atmosphere. Just in time, Sam commented as their fighter finally lost power and drifted away. Through the viewport they watched as the Krell flagship exploded in a brilliant flash. The shockwave hit their small vessel, tossing it violently, but the Krell scout ship held together. Zara found herself thrown against Sam, who steadied her with strong arms. Despite being physically smaller than many species, humans had remarkable endurance. Confederation vessels are mopping up remaining Krell ships, he observed. The Academy is safe. They were rescued 30 minutes later by a Confederation cruiser, the Breed. Ship captain, a tall Andorian, was visibly surprised to find a student, and what appeared to be a janitor piloting a captured Krell vessel. Once aboard the cruiser, they were escorted to medical bay for examination. Sam was immediately recognized by the human medical officer. Commander Harper, the doctor, greeted him with respect. I heard Squadron 7 was activated. Word travels fast, Sam replied with a tired smile. The doctor noticed Zara. She was with you, Zara, helped take down the Krell flagship. Sam explained she has potential. The doctor raised an eyebrow. High praise coming from you, Commander. They were debriefed separately, Zara telling her story to increasingly senior officers until she found herself before Admiral Costa, the Confederation. Fleet Commander, so Student Zara, the Admiral began. You discovered one of our most classified operations because you noticed a tattoo. Zara straightened. Yes, Admiral, and then helped Commander Harper destroy a Krell flagship, saving the Academy. Yes, Admiral. You. Admiral studied her. She was a formidable Solarian, her crystalline features betraying no emotion. Do you understand why humans were concealed at the Academy? Zara considered her answer carefully. Politics, she replied. Maintaining the species hierarchy. Some Confederation races would object to humans in combat roles despite their effectiveness. The Admiral nodded slowly. Politics indeed. The Confederation Council insists humans remain in subordinate positions. The compromise was Squadron 7, and similar units officially disbanded but secretly maintained. But why tell me this? Zara asked. You could simply swear me to secrecy or modify my memories. The Admiral almost smiled. Times are changing. The Krell would not have attacked if they believed the old power structures were stable. They sense weakness in our divisions. We need unity, not hierarchy. I agree, Zara said eagerly. The Admiral continued. You performed exceptionally well according to Commander Harper's report. He believes you would make an excellent addition to a special program. What program? A new initiative mixing species based on complementary abilities rather than traditional hierarchies. The Admiral explained. The first truly integrated Confederation combat unit. You want me to join? Zara asked, surprised. Consider it a specialized study track, the Admiral suggested. Your official records would show advanced xenobiology research. Your actual training would be more practical. Zara thought about everything she had seen. The humans, hidden in plain sight, protecting the Academy despite being treated as inferior. The way Sam and his team fought, not with overwhelming strength, but with skill, coordination, and courage. I would be honored, she replied. 2 weeks later, Zara returned to the Academy. The damage from the Krell attack was still visible, but repairs were underway. Students whispered about what had happened. Official reports mentioned only a terrorist incident successfully repelled by Confederation forces. Zara noticed. The humans were still there, still working as janitors, cooks, and maintenance staff, still keeping their heads down. But now she saw them clearly. Their purposeful movements, their watchful eyes, their strategic positioning throughout the Academy. She entered the library, finding Sam dusting shelves just as before. His name tag still read Sam, though she now knew him as Commander Harper. Commander. She greeted quietly. Just Sam here, he reminded her. A small smile playing at his lips. Zara nodded. How? Many students know the truth. Very few, he replied. Only those who proved themselves during the attack, like me, she realized. Sam nodded. You start special training next week. Report to Xenobiology Lab. 7, use access code. Harper 7. The instructor will meet you there. Zara felt a thrill of excitement. Will you be teaching? Sam shook his head. I'm just a janitor, remember? But there are others, like Kate from the cafeteria. She specializes in tactical assessment. Zara looked around the library, seeing it with new understanding. The academy within the academy. Hidden in plain sight. What about the other students, she asked. Will they ever know the truth about humans? Sam considered. Eventually, the Admiral believes change is coming. The Krell attack proved. Our current system has weaknesses. The next generation of Confederation leaders needs to understand strength comes in many forms. Zara thought about her fellow students. Many still looked down on humans as primitive service workers. If they only knew, something occurred to her. What about my roommate Lila? She saw me with you during the attack. Sam smiled. Lila has been recruited too. Different track. She has remarkable linguistic abilities, useful for intelligence work, so there are others, Zara realized. Other, non-humans joining the program. Sam nodded. Carefully selected, the Admiral calls it Project Unity. The future of the Confederation. Zara smiled, feeling a sense of purpose. How many of us are there? More than you might think. Sam replied, and growing. She glanced at his neck where the tattoo peeked above his collar. Will I get one of those? Sam touched it reflexively. When you've earned it. It's not just a mark. It's a promise to stand together regardless of species, to protect what matters. Zara straightened. With determination, I won't let you down. Commander. Sam smiled, a genuine smile, not the deferential expression he showed to students. Just remember, when we're in public, I'm just a student, you're just a janitor. She confirmed. They shared a knowing look. Conspirators, in a secret that would one day change the Confederation. Zara left the library. She passed other students who barely glanced at the human janitor. They saw only what they expected to see. A service worker. Inferior, unimportant. But Zara knew better. Now she recognized the quiet strength, the hidden purpose behind the humble facade. She had glimpsed the truth behind the carefully maintained fiction. The truth that started with a tattoo on a janitor's neck. Director Vreel considered Sam's words carefully. You believe she can be trusted, Commander? I do, sir. Sam replied. She has genuine interest in the truth, not just seeking gossip or status. The director turned his attention back to Zara. What you have discovered, student Zara, is that this academy serves multiple purposes beyond education. It is also a monitoring station for potential threats and a home for retired special operatives. Zara struggled to process this revelation. The entire academy. A cover operation. Entirely, Sam clarified. The education is real, but the academy also allows us to keep valuable personnel in reserve while observing promising students from all species. But why hide as janitors and service workers? She asked. Strategic advantage, Sam's explained. People ignore those they consider beneath them. They speak freely around us, reveal their true character, and you evaluate us. Zara realized, among other duties, Director Vreel confirmed. Now we must decide what to do with you, given your unauthorized research. Zara felt her hearts racing. Would she be expelled or worse? There is a third option, Sam suggested carefully. We bring her in, Director. Vreel hissed in surprise. She is not human. Sam nodded. Neither were half the beings I fought alongside during the war. The Confederation needs to evolve beyond its prejudices if it hopes to survive future threats. Zara looked between them, confused. What are you suggesting? Before either could answer, alarms blared throughout the academy. Emergency lockdown initiated, announced the automated system. Hostile forces detected approaching academy. Space Director Vreel activated his desk console. Show me. A holographic display appeared, showing several unknown vessels approaching the academy. Scans indicated weapons charge contact. The defense fleet. Sam suggested communications jammed, reported the computer. We need to evacuate the students, said Vreel. Sam shook his head. Evacuation routes would be the first target. We need to activate our reserves. The director nodded reluctantly. Authorization code Vreel 7. Delta Phoenix access granted, responded. The Computer Human Defense Initiative activated. Sam turned to Zara. Trust me. He led her from the office through corridors now filled with panicking students. She noticed other service workers breaking away, moving with new purpose. Human cafeteria workers, groundskeepers, and maintenance staff all heading in different directions, with confident strides. Sam guided her to a restricted section of the academy. She had never noticed before. He pressed his palm against a scanner, and a hidden door slid open, revealing an armory. He selected what looked like a simple bracelet and handed it to her. Put this on. It will protect you, Zara. Slipped it onto her wrist, immediately feeling a subtle energy field surround her. What is happening? She asked as Sam efficiently selected weapons and equipment for himself. The academy is under attack, likely the Krell. They never accepted the peace treaty. Who are the Krell, a species that believe themselves superior to all others, Sam explained, checking a weapon. They especially hated humans for helping defeat them. But why attack a school? It's not just a school. It's a symbol of cooperation between species, and it's full of vulnerable young representatives from Confederation worlds. Excellent target for those seeking to disrupt peace. Sam activated his communication device. All units report status. Zara listened as voices responded. Positions secured throughout the academy. Human staff members reporting. Readiness. Defensive perimeter established. They were all soldiers disguised as service personnel. Dozens of humans strategically placed throughout the academy. Sam noticed her surprise. Not all janitors are retired. Squadron 7. But all humans here have combat training. A massive explosion shook the building. Lights flickered. Perimeter breach, reported a voice. Multiple hostiles entering East Wing. Sam motioned for Zara to follow him. Stay close. They moved through maintenance tunnels, avoiding the main corridors. They emerged near the East Wing, where Zara could hear weapons fire and shouting. She peeked around a corner and saw tall, insectoid creatures advancing through the hallway. Their chitinous armor gleamed under emergency lighting. Krell, warriors. Sam whispered. They are physically stronger than humans, but predictable. She watched as a human. She recognized as a gardener, emerge from hiding, executing a perfect ambush. The Krell outnumbered her, but she moved with incredible speed, using the alien strength against them. More humans appeared, working together with practiced coordination. The Krell clearly expected easy prey, not organized resistance. We need to get to the command center, Sam explained, pulling Zara away from the Fides. They moved through the academy. Zara saw more humans in action. A cook from the cafeteria provided covering fire while students escaped. A maintenance worker carried an injured draconian student to safety, moving with strength that belied his apparent age. They reached another hidden door leading to a sophisticated command center. Several humans and aliens worked at control stations. Director Vreel was already there. Status report, he demanded. Krell forces have breached 3 sections, reported a human woman. Kate from the cafeteria, now dressed in tactical gear. She was monitoring security feeds. Students are being evacuated through secure routes. Defense systems are online, but communications remain jammed. Can we call for reinforcements? Asked. Zara. Working on it, replied Kate. Our signal isn't strong enough to break through their jamming. Zara thought quickly. I know the Academy communication array has emergency boosters in the astronomy dome. My xenophysics class toured the facility last semester, Sam, and Director Vreel exchanged looks. That could work, said Sam. But the astronomy dome is near the East Wing, where Krell forces are heaviest. I can show you a maintenance tunnel that leads directly there, Zara offered. My roommate works as a teaching assistant in astronomy. She showed me once. Director Vreel nodded to Sam. Take her, Commander Harper. Get that signal out. Sam selected 2 more humans, a woman called Olivia and a man named Hector. Both had been maintenance workers Zara had passed daily, without really seeing them. Now they moved with the confidence of soldiers, checking weapons and equipment with practiced ease. Let's move, Sam ordered. Zara led them through narrow service tunnels designed for maintenance drones. The humans followed, silently adapting to the tight space better than she expected. They emerged into the astronomy dome, finding it deserted. The communication array is there. She pointed to a large console. Sam nodded. Olivia. Secure the entrance. Hector, help me with the Hooray, Zara, show us the emergency protocols. They worked quickly, Zara guiding them through the academy systems, Sam and Hector making adjustments with expert precision. Almost there, Sam muttered as he connected bypasses. Suddenly, the dome doors burst. Open 3. Krell warriors charged in. Olivia engaged them immediately, her movements a blur of controlled violence. More coming, she warned between strikes. Hector joined the fight while Sam continued working. Got it, Sam announced. The signal is boosted, sending distress call now. The console lit up with confirmation. Incoming transmission from Confederation fleet announced the system reinforcements dispatched ETA 10 minutes. The news gave them hope, but the immediate situation remained dire. More Krell. Poured into the dome, Zara found herself backed against the console as a warrior approached its mandibles, clicking menacingly. Sam appeared beside her, thrusting a weapon into her hands. Point and press, he instructed before engaging another Krell. Zara had never fired a weapon, but instinct took over. She aimed at the approaching warrior and pressed the weapon discharged, sending the Krell stumbling backward. But it recovered quickly, advancing again. She remembered Sam mentioning their predictability. She waited until the last moment, then dodged laterally. The Krell lunged forward into empty space. She fired again, this time hitting a vulnerable joint in its armor. The creature collapsed. More Krell surrounded them. Zara, Sam, Olivia, and Hector formed a defensive circle. The Krell warriors advanced slowly, clicking their mandibles with anticipation. Their chitinous armor reflected the emergency lights, creating an eerie glow in the astronomy dome. We need to hold until reinforcements arrive, Sam said, maintaining his position in their defensive circle. Zara noticed something about the Krell movements. They attack in patterns, she whispered. There on the left, they always lead with right appendages. Sam glanced at her with newfound respect. Good observation, use it. The 4 defenders adjusted their strategy. Anticipating the Krell movements made their defense more effective. Even outnumbered, they held their ground. Suddenly, the academy shook with a massive explosion. What was that? Zara gasped. Sam tapped his communication. Device report, a strained voice responded. Krell set charges in the east quadrant. We have structural damage and multiple casualties. We need to get back to command center. Sam decided Hector take point. Olivia rear guard. Zara stay between us. They fought their way out of the astronomy dome. The humans moved with coordinated precision, protecting Zara while efficiently dispatching Krell warriors. She found herself admiring their capability despite being physically weaker than many species they compensated. With skill and teamwork, as they navigated the corridors, Zara spotted a group of trapped students cowering in a classroom, surrounded by advancing Krell. We have to help them, she insisted. Sam assessed the situation quickly. Too many for direct confrontation. We need a distraction. Zara looked around and noticed the environmental controls. This section has separate atmosphere regulation, she explained. We could trigger the emergency purge. Sam nodded. Hector, cover us, while Olivia and Hector engaged the nearest. Krell. Sam and Zara worked on the control panel. Override code required, said the system. Zara hesitated, then remembered Director Vreel's authorization earlier. Vreel 7 Delta Phoenix. She input access. Granted. Sam quickly programmed a purge sequence for the section containing the Krell, but excluding the classroom. Atmospheric purge in 10 seconds, announced the system. Warning, clear affected areas. The Krell noticed the warning lights too late. Powerful ventilation systems activated, creating a vacuum in the corridor. The insectoid warriors scrabbled for purchase but were pulled toward extraction vents. Once the threat was neutralized, Sam restored normal atmosphere. The students emerged shakily. Get to the central hall, Sam instructed them. Evacuation points are established there. The students nodded gratefully, hurrying away. One stopped briefly, looking at Zara with confusion. You work with the janitor? Zara straightened proudly. He was never just a janitor. They continued toward the command center, encountering more signs of battle along the way. Human service workers fought alongside security personnel, defending the academy with unexpected skill. Reaching the command center, they found Director Vreel coordinating defense efforts. Status report. Sam requested communications restored. Kate reported Confederation fleet approaching. Krell forces beginning to retreat. But the Academy has sustained heavy damage. Added another officer casualties reported in multiple sectors, and the students asked Zara 87% evacuated to safe zones. Director Vreel confirmed. Others sheltering in secure locations. Zara felt relief wash over her. But her relief was short. Lived as alarms blared again. New threat detected, announced the system. Krell flagship targeting Academy core. They mean to destroy the entire Academy. Sam realized on-screen ordered. Director Vreel. The display showed a massive Krell vessel positioning itself above the Academy, its main weapon powering up Confederation fleet. Still 5 minutes out, reported Kate. Too late to intercept, we need to hit them first. Zara suggested with what Olivia asked. The Academy has no offensive capabilities. Zara turned to Sam, remembering something. The hangar, those fighter craft you showed. Me before Sam exchanged looks with Director Vreel. The director nodded grimly. Alert Squadron Reserve ordered the director. Prepare for emergency launch throughout the Academy. Humans who had been disguised as service personnel rushed toward hidden access point. Sam turned to Zara. I have to go, she grabbed his arm. Let me come with you. Absolutely not, he refused. This is a combat mission. I can help. She insisted. I understand Krell patterns now. And I'm smaller than humans. I can fit in the navigator. Seat. Sam hesitated, looking to Director Vreel. The director considered briefly. We need every advantage, take her. They raced to the hidden hangar Zara had seen before. Now it was fully activated with humans preparing sleek fighter craft for launch. Sam led her to a 2-person fighter, explaining quickly. You handle navigation and secondary weapons. I pilot and manage primary weapons. Zara strapped into the navigator seat, familiarizing herself with the controls. She noticed the craft had both Confederation and human technology integrated in unique ways. Squadron 7. This is Commander Harper mission. Brief to follow, announced Sam as their craft powered up. All around them, other fighters prepared for launch. Humans who had been gardeners, cooks, maintenance, workers, and janitors now revealed as elite pilots. Primary target is Krell flagship. Sam continued specifically their main weapon array. Secondary targets are support vessels. Protect the Academy. At all costs, acknowledged, responded multiple voices. Launch. Sequence initiated, announced the system. Hangar doors opening. The ceiling above them slid open, revealing stars beyond. Zara felt her hearts racing with a mixture of fear and excitement. This was not what she expected when she first noticed a tattoo on a janitor's neck. Launching now, Sam declared. The fighters shot upward into space. Zara felt the G-forces press her into her seat. Despite her species' natural adaptations to space travel, the acceleration was intense. The human beside her showed no discomfort. Krell vessels ahead. Sam announced 20 fighters surrounding the flagship. Zara studied the tactical display. The Krell ships moved in their predictable patterns. She highlighted vulnerability points and transmitted the data to all Squadron 7 craft. Good work. Sam acknowledged. Target data received. All units. The human fighters engaged the Krell with maneuvers Zara had never seen before. They flew in ways Academy instructors would consider impossible, using the limits of their craft. In ways that defied conventional tactics, Zara focused on her role, tracking enemy movements and firing secondary weapons when opportunities arose. She found herself working in perfect sync with Sam, anticipating his maneuvers. 2 Krell fighters on our tail. Sam announced, executing a complex evasion pattern. Zara calculated their pursuit trajectory. Reverse thrust on my mark, she called. 3, 2, 1. Mark. Sam slammed the controls. The fighter briefly halted momentum, causing the pursuing Krell to overshoot. Zara fired precisely, disabling both enemy craft. Nice work, Sam commented, already thinking like Squadron 7. The human fighters continued their assault, gradually clearing a path to the flagship. But the Krell main weapon was nearing full charge. We need to hit their primary weapon now, Sam transmitted to the squadron. A voice responded. All approaches heavily defended, Commander. No clear path. Zara studied the flagship configuration. There, a maintenance access port near the weapon, housing standard Krell design for heat regulation. Small target but direct path to weapon systems. Sam looked at the coordinates. Too small for a fighter, but not for a missile. She pointed out, Sam nodded grimly. All units provide cover fire preparing. Main strike. Their fighter accelerated toward the flagship. Krell vessels converged to intercept other Squadron 7 craft. Engage them, creating a chaotic battle space. Proximity alert warned the computer. Multiple hostiles closing. Zara operated defensive systems while Sam concentrated on flying. Almost in range, he reported. A violent impact rocked their craft. Damage to port engine, reported the computer. Weapon targeting affected. Zara saw their missile guidance was compromised. We can't get a lock. Sam studied the situation briefly. Manual targeting only. He decided he'll have to fly directly at the access port and launch at point-blank range. That's suicide, Zara protested. Got a better idea? He asked. Grimly, Zara thought quickly. Yes. Transfer weapon control. To my station. You focus on getting us close. I can manually guide the missile. Sam hesitated, then nodded. Transferring control. The fighter hurtled toward the flagship. Taking heavy fire, Sam warned as he executed impossible maneuvers. 60 seconds to intercept. Zara prepared the missile, calculating trajectories manually. She would have one chance. 30 seconds, Sam announced. More Krell fighters converging. Zara focused completely on her targeting. The academy, her fellow students, and the humans who had protected them all depended on her accuracy. 10 seconds, Sam called. Port engine failing, controls becoming unresponsive. Range lock achieved. Zara announced firing. The missile launched, streaking toward the tiny maintenance port on the massive flagship. For a moment she thought she'd missed. Then a small explosion followed by a chain reaction spreading across the flagship. Direct hit. Sam shouted, "Now let's get out of here." 6 months passed since the Krell attack. Zara balanced her regular academy studies with her secret training in Project Unity. She excelled in both, but found the latter far more engaging. The Xenobiology Lab 7 turned out to be a front for an extensive training facility hidden beneath the academy. Zara learned combat techniques, strategic planning, and integrated species tactics. Her instructor, Kate, the former cafeteria worker, was demanding. But fair humans may lack natural armor, psychic abilities, or superior strength, she explained during one session. But we learned to compensate. Observation, adaptation, and teamwork became our advantages. Zara partnered with Lila and 3 other students selected for the program. Each brought different species abilities to the team. Grella Mantodian had exceptional reflexes. Ward, a Thessalian, possessed limited precognition. Henna, a Vespid, could generate electromagnetic pulses naturally. Working together, they learned to combine their abilities in ways that made them stronger than any single species could be. Zara contributed spatial analysis and pattern recognition skills, natural to her people. After a particularly grueling training session, Zara visited the library. She still met with Sam regularly, though their conversations were carefully casual when others were present. She found him shelving books in the historical section. "How was Xenobiology Lab today?" he asked quietly. "Using their cover story, challenging." She replied, "We studied interspecies communication." Sam nodded, understanding the code for combat training. Zara glanced around, ensuring they were alone before continuing. "Did you always know you would recruit students for Project Unity?" Sam considered her question. Before the Krell attack, no, the program existed, but recruitment was much more controlled. The attack changed everything. Proved what some of us had argued for years. What was that? That species integration is the future. Not just humans and aliens working side by side, but true cooperation. Each contributing unique abilities to create something stronger. Zara had been wondering about something since her training began. Why do the Krell hate humans specifically? All reports indicated the insectoid species had particular animosity toward humans despite them being newcomers to the Confederation. Sam sighed heavily. That goes back to first contact. The Krell encountered humans before the Confederation did. They assumed we would be easy conquests. Primitive technology, limited space, travel, but they underestimated us. Sam continued. Humans have a long history of warfare against superior forces. We adapted quickly. Developed unconventional tactics. The Krell lost an entire battle group to what they considered primitives. It humiliated That was when the Confederation discovered humans. Sam explained we were fighting for survival against the Krell when Confederation scouts found us. They recognized our potential and offered alliance. Zara processed this new information. So humans joined the Confederation for protection. Sam shook his head. Not exactly we joined because it was logical. The universe is vast. The Krell were just one potential threat. Better to have allies. Even if those allies sometimes treated us as lesser beings. Politics of the situation had become clearer to Zara over months of training. The older Confederation species, particularly the founding races, were reluctant to acknowledge newcomers as equals. Humans, despite their combat prowess, were officially relegated to service and support roles. Their true capabilities classified officially. Squadron 7 never existed. Sam continued, neither does Project Unity. Zara realized what he was telling her. They were part of something unsanctioned, not entirely approved by Confederation authorities. She lowered her voice. Even more, does Admiral Costa have authorization? Let's just say some high-ranking officials believe preparation is prudent, Sam replied. Others prefer the status quo. The Admiral has supporters. Zara suddenly understood the delicate balance they were walking. The training facility beneath the academy, the integrated teams. The entire Project Unity initiative operated in a gray area. Not officially forbidden, but not fully authorized either. Like humans themselves in Confederation society, she thought. Existing in the spaces between tolerated but not embraced. Sam must have read her expression. You understand now why secrecy remains essential. If certain council members knew the full extent of human integration, the careful politics would collapse. Zara finished. Sam nodded. And in the current climate that could fracture the Confederation, the Krell and others would exploit those divisions. Their conversation was interrupted by Zara's communication device vibrating subtly. She checked the message. All Unity trainees report immediately. Code Obsidian. Sam recognized the alert code, his expression changing instantly. Go, he said. I need to check something. Zara hurried to the hidden facility, finding her teammates already assembled. Kate stood before them, her casual cafeteria worker demeanor completely gone, replaced by military bearing. Confederation border outpost Epsilon 9 has gone silent, she announced. Preliminary data suggests Krell activity, possibly coordinated with other hostile factions. Zara shared a look with Lila. This was not a training exercise. Admiral Costa has authorized deployment of Unity teams. Kate continued. This will be our first field operation. Excitement and apprehension rippled through the group. Team assignments will follow standard protocols. Kate explained. Your designated transport leaves in 30 minutes. Prepare accordingly as they move to collect equipment. Sam entered the facility, now dressed in Squadron 7 uniform. The other trainees straightened instinctively, recognizing Authority Commander Harper. Kate acknowledged, I'm surprised to see you here. I received the alert. Sam replied, I understand Unity teams are being deployed. Yes, sir. First combat mission. Sam nodded. Good. They need the experience. Especially with what's coming. What's coming? Zara asked. Unable to contain her curiosity, Sam and Kate exchanged looks. Confederation intelligence believes the Krell attack on the Academy was not isolated. Kate explained. Evidence suggests coordination with at least 3 other species previously considered neutral. Coalition. Sam added, united by opposition to Confederation expansion, particularly human integration. Zara understood the implications. If multiple species were aligning against the Confederation, focusing on human influence, the political balance was even more fragile than she realized. Is that why Unity teams are being deployed? She asked. To demonstrate integrated capabilities, among other reasons. Kate confirmed. The Admiral believes showing the effectiveness of species cooperation will strengthen her position within the Council. The stakes suddenly seemed much higher to Zara. They were not just trainees, they were pioneers, proof of concept for a new Confederation approach. Sam approached her while the others prepared. They spoke quietly. This mission is important, he said. More than a simple reconnaissance. You represent something new. Something many resist, both human and alien. Zara nodded understanding. I won't disappoint you. Commander Sam smiled slightly. You've already exceeded expectations. The tattoo on his neck seemed to catch the light. Remember what we fight for. Not just survival, but understanding true cooperation between species before departing. Zara visited her regular quarters to maintain appearances. Her roommate Lila was there also, preparing discreetly. Strange, isn't it? Lila commented. 6 months ago. We were just students now. Now we're unity. Zara completed the thought. They shared a moment of understanding. Both had discovered the truth behind the facade, the humans hidden among them, the secret programs, the complex politics. Their view of the Confederation forever changed as they walked toward the transport bay. Zara noticed other humans. Throughout the academy, the janitor mopping the corridor nodded subtly. The cook in the dining hall stood straighter as they passed. The groundskeeper trimming plants tracked their movement with watchful eyes. All of them seemingly ordinary service workers. All of them something more. Aboard the transport, Zara joined her team. The craft was small but advanced with technology. She recognized as human in origin, modified and integrated with Confederation systems, just like Project Unity itself. The transport prepared for departure. Zara thought about everything that had led to this moment. A chance glimpse of a tattoo, curiosity, recognition. The attack, training, and now deployment. Their first real mission as an integrated team. The transition from student to operative had happened faster than she expected, but watching her teammates prepare, she felt confident. They had trained well. They trusted each other. They represented what the Confederation could become if it embraced true cooperation. The transport lifted off, cloaked from the Academy's sensors. The facility below returning to its disguise as a simple school one, where janitors were just janitors and humans knew their place. But Zara knew better. She had seen behind the mask. She understood the truth. The future of the Confederation would not be determined by ancient hierarchies or traditional power structures. It would be shaped by those willing to see beyond appearances, to recognize strength in diversity, to build something new. It had all started with a tattoo on a janitor's neck, a symbol of Squadron 7. A legacy of human ingenuity and courage. Now becoming something more. A promise of unity. As the transport accelerated toward their mission, Zara touched her own neck, imagining the mark she would one day earn. Not just as a symbol of Squadron 7 or even Project Unity, but as a testament to a new understanding between species. She was no longer just a student, and Sam had never been just a janitor. They were the beginning of something greater than themselves, a future where no one was just anything.